I wanted to do a video today because we're reading in the support group part of Brain Lock, and it addresses it's not insanity, it's brain lock. I know a lot of people struggle with the idea, am I crazy? And obviously, I'm not a medical professional, but I figured while I'm reading Brainlock for the challenge, I'll share some of my highlights. So this is part one. Um, I really like this. His step one in Brainlock is called relabel. He says it's not me, it's my OCD. It's step one where a lot of us can get focused on like I'm the problem, I'm bad, I'm my thoughts. My thoughts mean something about me. So here are my highlights. I think it's really interesting. Because he refocuses us. He says it's OCD. It's just the brain sending false messages. It's associated with a biochemical problem that causes the underside of the front part of the brain to overheat. So we're suffering from brain lock. We're stuck in a groove. I like to talk about how like we're driving a car and like we can't change the gear, and so we end up on a repeat. Actually, there might be like an interview show with me and one of the collaborators called On Repeat. So we'll see. The first episode is supposed to be this Friday, but my Friday is really dramatic and uncertain. So it's supposed to be a Friday at 9. So he says here in Brain Lock that the key to unlocking the brain is behavior therapy. So hopefully you can get a behavior therapist. I can't get one out that doesn't speak Spanish at the moment. Okay, I'll read this comment. Do you ever worry that your thoughts are just real? You don't have OCD. I worry about this. Sometimes the thoughts even create physical problems. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of physical problems that come from like emotional things, and like intrusive thoughts like really scare me. And obviously all of us, like that's why we're here. It's really common for people to come to me. I've run support groups for a long time, talked to hundreds of people with OCD. Almost everyone has the worry about, the thoughts are real, you don't have OCD, you're just whatever the scary thing is. So I can say that a lot of people at a lot of OCD support groups come to me and they're in the middle of the do I have OCD? And I obviously can't tell you really, but it's something really common. I remember one person at a support group had convinced himself that he wasn't there for him. He was there for his mom, who was there to support him, who had OCD. And then the next time I saw him, he had like relapsed. So I don't know, it's fun to give back to the community because it's so rare to have these problems. Okay, one more comment. Can you just get a random thought and it will stick? That's what a lot of people are afraid of. Does there have to be a traumatic event? No, I mean, maybe, I don't know. But like, there are times when people come to support group because they just had a big life change. Some mothers have come post giving birth. It's called post something, but so there doesn't absolutely have to be trauma, I don't think, but I don't know. As I said, I'm just a guy with OCD who is good at encouraging people with OCD. Okay, so continuing on Brain Lock. Relabeling simply means calling the unwanted thoughts and urges by their real names. Obsessive thoughts and compulsive urges. And he talks about it in the book. Like, these are brutal, compulsive urges. And this is what I really like. This is why I wanted to share this. He says, this is war, and the enemy is OCD. In fighting back, it is critical to keep in mind what the enemy really is. The person with OCD has a powerful weapon. The knowledge that it's not me, it's OCD. And like that's so super hard to like remember, Anyway, he says, prevent confusing the true self with the voice of OCD. And if you wish to pray, you should pray for strength to help yourself. God helps those who help themselves. God would help someone engaged in such a worthwhile struggle, concentrating on doing the right thing, letting go of excessive concern, accepting what you cannot change in the short term. He talks about seeing the enemy for what it is, sap its strength, become stronger, and the more you will feel in control, the more it will go away. The more you focus on it, the more intense and bothersome the feelings will become. I had made a meme that blew up a while ago about how you have two paths. It's like this way is the hard way to paradise, and this is the easy way to hell. And like if you give in, from what I understand, your OCD gets stronger, the urges get stronger, it's harder to get out of that rut. I mean, I obviously, I live an adventurous life, and therefore I'm freaking racked with the compulsions to try and find some certainty. But anyway, that's what I was told to do when I actually had access to a therapist was, live your life, like go for it, don't, just try and be safe and not try. So anyway, that's my thought du jour. If you want to join us, we got a weekly free support group in the Facebook group. You can join that. The link's in the bio. And this is part of the reading for this week. It'd be nice to meet you, and thanks for popping in.